Remember Ronald Reagan talking about Jimmy Carter?
Ronald Reagan used to ask,
are you better off?
Are you better off?
Are you better off?
Are you better off?
But are we better off?
Not whether we're better off, it's whether they're better off.
Are you better off?
Better off.
Better off.
better off?
Better off. Better off.
Better off.
Better off.
Better off. Better off.
Than you were 4 years ago.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Are You Better Off Than You Were 4 years ago? Nearly every presidential candidate asks the question, including Donald Trump. In fact, he literally just asked it again this afternoon on social media. Are you better off than you were in 2020? Here's the thing. It is easy to go back and check how we were all doing. This is the front page of the New York Times from 4 years ago today, April 10th, 2020. The top headline says it all. It's terrifying. Millions more out of work. Effort by U.S. to halt economic damage can't keep up. Benefits claims far outpace those of Great Recession. Meanwhile, below the fold, those who feed the U.S. fear their lives are being put at risk. And finally, Trump savers daily briefings. Allies call them off the rails. 4 years ago today, the U.S. became the first country in the world to report over 2,000 COVID deaths in a single day. And the president overseeing this disaster was spinning a different reality in his daily, excruciating 2-hour and 13-minute news conference.
Tonight, over 100,000 dead from coronavirus worldwide. In the U.S., the death toll now over 18,000.
The minimum number was 100,000 lives, and I think we'll be substantially under that number.
The health system is still stressed.
It doesn't seem like it's slowing down.
We've done well, and I guess the market thinks we've done well.
Detroit reporting its deadliest day in this crisis and the growing impact on families. Massive lines at food banks.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Health experts warn infection rates could soar if the economy is reopened too quickly without a handle on who is and isn't infected.
And we have to get our country open, Jeff.
Can you say, sir, what metrics you will use to make that decision?
The metrics right here. That's my metrics. That's all I can do.
From governors in virus hot zones tonight, a plea for population-wide testing as a condition to reopen the economy.
Today you tweeted the invisible enemy will soon be in full retreat. Given it's invisible, without widespread testing, how would you know?
Because people aren't going to go to the hospital. People aren't going to get sick.
1 month ago, roughly 1,000 Americans tested positive for the coronavirus. Today, as that number surges towards 500,000.
You open up, could lead to death, and you're right. But you know what? Staying at home leads to death also.
Health officials cautioning we haven't hit the peak. The new warnings from survivors.
Nobody's safe from the virus.
You know what I say?
Watching a lot of the coverage.
Well, a lot of it's fake
doctors.
news.
No,
a lot of it's fake news. And I'm very good at reading language. I did very well in these subjects.
So you tell me, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago?